Hello, hello. So today what I'm going to be doing is building an entrance to someone's pyramid on the server. Their name is Lord Incognito, and this is kind of part of a guild project. So this server has recently gotten a Redstone Engineers and Builders Guild, and I'm part of it. So this is kind of the first official project that they've put out. And the footage that you see here is, well, basically me exploring the site. So you can see them jumping around there. I recorded this before I started the whole, process of making things. But now I think I'm going to cut the preamble and get straight to building. Alright, so getting into the material gathering process here. So I've got Lord Incognito here helping me out, and I'm making some explosives right now. Oh, well, maybe I won't use explosives. He says it's quicker just to mine it. So I'll say, all right. Let's just fill up one shulker, because he has some endstone bricks at his own base, and some regular endstone as well. And I think I'm going to use it like how they have, how you pair regular stone bricks with cobblestone. So I'm going to do that type of deal, just because, well, some people might know this, but endstone is actually the reversed color palette of the regular cobblestone. But that's a fun little bit of trivia. Yeah, beacons. Yeah, that'd be useful. Anyway, today's gone pretty well for me. It's been a nice, relaxing Sunday. Still rainy out there, and there's been a lot of floods lately. A whole lot of them. It's been abnormally rainy. Around here, they've actually been saying that they might have to shut off the water because the rain, it's making it to where the sewage is backing up into the system, or I don't know exactly what's happening, 'cause obviously I'm no expert, but they might have to shut off the water. They've already asked us to salvage it. I wish I took a shower before now, but yeah, it's kind of a dire situation. They're getting some floods in the lower areas, like the state capital, because the river flows right into it, and it's pretty much like a bowl. It's flooded down there. It's not a good deal. It's not a good deal. I think it's pretty much like what happened in the East a few years ago. They had some really bad rain, and unfortunately a lot of them, they do live in low-lying areas, or areas that'll fill up like a bowl. It was a disaster. An absolute disaster. But anyway, hopefully it'll get better soon. It's just all the water funneling into the streams and rivers now. It's pretty much done raining, but it's going to keep on flowing, I think. It's nice to have help mining. It's always such a pain to do it yourself. And I know with my project I've had to do a lot of excavation. That doesn't mean I like doing it, but sometimes you gotta, if you want something to work, you just gotta do what you don't like doing. That's just, can't really get around it sometimes. Can't get around it. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna mute these Discord notifications because I know you all are getting psyched out, and I said I'd do that in the last episode, so hold on. Okay, there we go. I shouldn't be getting any more pings unless it comes from an uncommon ping source. But all my usual culprits have been silenced, so hopefully you'll appreciate that. Yeah, even though it's cold outside, I have my windows open, just because I want to keep my computer happy. It gets kind of hot whenever I do all this video streaming stuff. I want to try and make it last as long as possible. I'm talking logistics with my friend Incognito here. Yeah, always got to think through logistics. Of course, whenever I do my projects, I never bother to count out all the materials before I do the thing. I just do it, and whenever I run out, I go get more. That's just... oh, sometimes I just fly by the seat of my pants. You know, I heard someone say once that there's two types of people in this world, and they're planners and pantsers. Well, I'm a pantser most of the time anyway. I have noticed that I think I've been getting a little bit more comfortable with things. Of course, I've also been taking a little extra time to edit this video, and I think I will with more things in the future, just because I'm figuring out the software a little bit. But I'm also kind of drawing from some, I guess, editing conventions that I've seen done on platforms like this. But you know, I'm also getting more comfortable talking, so that's a good deal. That is a good deal. Plus, it helps that I drank something caffeinated before I started talking, so that keeps the words flowing. No, I had this presentation at my university because basically we have the type of major that I'm in. We work on this big project for the whole semester, and then we present it. Usually it's once at midterms, and oh, well, looks like he changed his mind on the whole TNT thing. But anyway, like I was saying, we have two big presentations usually in the semester, and you know, sometimes I'm just not with it, and I trip over my words, and I just get run over. Because, you know, the quality of the presentation itself is one thing, but you gotta know how to talk about it. And if I'm just out of it, I just can't talk. I just trip over my words. I get lost. I get confused. I can't quite pull the things out of my head that I want to pull out of my head. But one time, I was kind of desperate, and I got this thermos, and I filled it up with with black coffee before I went, and I kept drinking it before it was my turn. And I'll tell you what, that was the best presentation I have ever had. I mean, it was like magic. I had a response to everything, and it was all coherent. I felt like Superman. But yeah, maybe that's just what I was missing in my life. I just needed a little bit of super juice to help me formulate words. But I'm on a little bit of super juice right now. I drink a soda. It's not coffee, which, you know, that's probably for the better, because I was pretty jittery after that whole ordeal. But I think we've got just about enough materials here now. So that's always good. I'm trying to think how to do the whole audio thing. I've got this background music I've got playing, and maybe I'll include some of the in-game audio too. Not the in-game music, but everything else. Hopefully that won't get too cluttered sound-wise. I guess I'll just see after this little episode here. But I also need to learn to pace myself a little bit with these things, because I don't want to be like yippee yippee yahoo with this whole YouTube thing and then I just quit after a month or something. I gotta kind of slow burn these things. I gotta apply the museum method. But I guess another good thing about this is that I'm kind of able to work on my big projects as well. Of course, not right now. Like I said, I'm taking just a quick little detour to do this little edition, because I figured variety's good. And looks like I've been telling people about the channel on this server here. Incognito is interested. Still working out a formula though. Oh nice, looks like we got our shulker full. So that means I am going to get straight to building now. Alright, let's get this started here. Alright. So I've got... oh. It's a little cold here to have a pyramid. I will say that. But I think I'm gonna go... with that sketch that I showed in the message at the beginning of the video. I'll have it pulled up on screen right here. But I think I'm gonna go based off of that, and you know, maybe I'll try and figure out a way to kind of work it into this sloping profile that the museum already has. No, I think the material choice is really neat. I thought the resin bricks were going to be like a lot. Of course they are orange, but I thought they were going to be quite a lot oranger than what they are. But oh, I think they're nice. I think I'm going to build something with them. I don't know, it's just... I really liked that Mojang finally added like another brick type that's not the big bricks like stone bricks or deep slate bricks or the black stone bricks, but these little bricks, because there's not very many that are like that, so I appreciated that. I think it would be neat if they added like a pattern update or something, like if they added like like different directions of planks, or maybe like herringbone pattern blocks. We don't have any of those, but I think those little details can really enhance a build, especially having them all in the same material. Lets you do more subtle things. But he said he wanted to keep this porch here, so gotta work with that. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna quit speculating and I'm just gonna start doing. That's the best way to get started. Now I'm gonna get started with these big chunky bricks here. Alright. Maybe I don't know if I'll make it bridge over the river or not. We'll see. We'll see. Just gonna get things planned out here. You know what? I think I'm not gonna do what I think I was gonna do. I think I'm gonna make this go straight, actually. Like how I have it in the sketch. I think one thing I will include in these stairs are some landings. That'll kind of break it up a little bit, give it some rhythm, also make it more pleasant to walk up. But I think landings are just good things to always have in long staircases like this. Alright, I got a little outline for the stairs, and the perspective kind of makes it to where, well, as well as the shape of the stairs, it kind of does help to contribute to that kind of that profile of the museum that I was talking about. So I think that'll work pretty well. Whew. Oh man, I feel like Rocky Balboa right now. Alright, well, I got the main group of steps done. I think I'm gonna divide them up a little bit though, just because I think this is a little too plain. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, get it divided up into 3 parts here. 3 is always a good number, in my personal opinion at least. Alright, now I think I'm gonna get to the columns here. Let's see. Trying to think about this a little bit. Maybe I'll tell you what I'll do. Columns are gonna step up, just like how the stairs do. So I'm gonna I think I'm gonna leave it to Incognito to figure out what to do down at this river. Well, as it turns out, I completely forgot to do something that Incognito asked for. So, I'm going to be changing this a little bit. It'll be fine. You gotta get it wrong to get it right sometimes. Luckily I hadn't made too much progress, so I'm not too upset. It is what it is. Well, say goodbye to the top part anyway. I'll probably keep those bottom stairs, but... Alright. I'm gonna claim this for just a second. And then blow it up. Yeah. So on this server, you can't blow stuff up above sea level unless you have it claimed. That's just weird claim rules. I'm going to keep that very bottom segment. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Get this claimed here. Claim corner set. Just to keep things clean, I'll set it to be right there. /claim explosion. Alright everybody. Sorry to discourage you all, but at least you get some fireworks. There's a little bit more cleanup. Oh man, I don't want all these mobs to get rid of the leftovers here. All the little crumbs. The scrumbly crumblies. The only thing this will end up with is a better product. And of course, he wants a circular stair, one that kind of is like a donut. So it'll kind of mimic like what's going on with that. So yeah, I think that'll do quite well. Well, that was a little bit of a blunder. But you know what? Let's start on things fresh. I think I'll log on tomorrow morning, and of course, you won't have to wait all night. I'll have it all edited together. But yeah, I'll get started on this fresh tomorrow, and we'll do something even better than what was here before. So I'll see you then. All right.